Hello and welcome to... Hi, Rich Keeble here. So, it's week 2. First week was a little bit of a disaster, but you know, we've covered that, been through the reasons, don't need to dwell on that anymore. So, this is the week where I actually started to cook on gas, or more appropriately, run on gas. Because out of 5 runs scheduled, I only missed 1, and that run was on the same day as a bike ride. So I thought, well, you know, let's not go from doing nothing to 5 runs a week, that's silly. But anyway, 2 sets of intervals, a recovery run and a long run. The intervals were running at threshold pace, and I didn't really know what that meant. So I did a bit of research and stumbled across this Jack Daniels calculator where you put in a couple of recent race times and it suggests what your training paces should be. I put in my 10k PB race time and it came up with a threshold pace sort of under 5 minutes. And then I put in my recent half marathon time of 2 hours 3 minutes, and it suggested sort of 5.5 minutes. So I put in, I imagined if I was a bit fitter and I could have done the half marathon in 2 hours, and it suggested a threshold training pace of 5:25. So I thought that's what I'll go for. Anyway, I just over 20 minutes into this so-called recovery run, just running up Lower Morden Lane, which has a lovely array of Christmas lights. My wife took the mickey out of me saying I was doing a recovery run. What have you got to recover from? I mean, that's a perfectly reasonable comment. Given that yesterday I didn't do anything. If I'd have stuck to this plan, I would have done a long run on Sunday, having done a fart late the day before. So yeah, I thought, as I haven't got anything to recover from, maybe I'll just do 10k, which at an easy pace is probably about an hour. But then I thought, hey Rich, hey man, don't be a hero. I've got intervals tomorrow, and in my experience, doing a run 2 days in a row can be a bit harder than I thought. So I'm just going to do this by the book. I've actually just slowed down a bit because my heart rate, well actually my heart rate at the moment is 177. So I'm going on this hill, my heart rate's still 176. So I've slowed my pace down to 7 minutes 45 per kilometre. So I'm just on my cool down now, literally running at a pace of 8 minutes 17 per kilometre. Which really does feel like I'm practically walking. So just at the end of my main run there, my heart rate did actually go down to about 155, 154, which is in my zone 2 as it's currently set. But funnily enough, as I went to film my watch showing that heart rate, it kind of immediately went up. So back into the mid-high 160s and into my zone 3. So very hard for me to keep my heart rate down. So I've done 7.41 kilometers, 51.5 minutes, average pace 6:58 per kilometer. It's pretty casual, but then Doesn't feel that casual. I'm not getting too bogged down in the heart rate stuff because they say that these wrist-based heart rates aren't actually that accurate. And in fact, my wife on her Garmin, it's very different on depending on what arms you put it on. Literally, like it would be like 80 on a left arm, and you put it on a right, and it'll be 120. Oh, I finally have a training status. Recovery. Well, it was a recovery run. Training effort 3.6 aerobic. Recovery required 31 hours. And that's what I don't understand about the Garmin watch thing, is it tells you, it's telling me I need to recover for 31 hours, but then it's giving me a workout tomorrow. So I guess I'll just ignore that and accept it as nonsense. But I think as an overall guide, I think it's reasonable to assume that I've definitely lost a lot of fitness, and it's probably going to get a lot tougher. And for me, even just fitting in 3 or 4 runs a week is going to be a lot more than I have been doing for the last few months. All right, so I've been running for 8 minutes on the warm-up for the interval workout, so I've got a couple of minutes left. Currently doing about 5:38 minutes per kilometre, and I'm going to aim for 5:25 as my threshold pace and see how we get on. So yeah, running on consecutive days is not really something I do, but my legs feel alright so far. Did some proper stretching last night, did a bit this morning, and I've had a good pre-run meal of some Pringles and some celebration chocolates. Here we go. So, just over halfway through this first interval, and I've sort of set off about 4:45 pace, which is probably what I would have done a few months ago, but now I've just sort of settled down to 5 minutes, which feels alright at the moment. Yeah, so that's done. Just over 7 kilometres, just over 40 minutes. Yeah, it felt quite good. So the first 2 5-minute intervals were just over 5 minutes per kilometre, and actually the last 2 I managed to go just under 5. I think 4:52 was the last one, and that felt like a pretty good pace, pushing it. I could maintain it. But that's pretty good, considering I was quite knackered today after having the kids all day. 2 evenings in a row running late, and 2 days running in a row. Well, good stretch now, I think. Treat myself to a ready meal curry, maybe a protein scoop, maybe a bath, maybe not go to bed too late, and then it's cross training and recovery run tomorrow, I think. So if I can get these done, I think I'll be very pleased with myself. Oh, hi. For today's intervals, it's day 6 of my second week. It's New Year's Day. I took the girls out to the playground today, and now I thought I'd pop out while my wife was going to dismantle the Christmas tree with the girls. Then I did my half an hour on the bike yesterday, which was good. The new bike allows me to get a bit more speed, which is great. But today's suggestion is repeats of 5 minutes at a moderate to hard pace. So not this threshold thing specifically like last time. So slightly longer duration for the hard run, but then it's 2 minutes recovery as opposed to 1.5 minutes. Legs don't feel too bad. Yeah. So that's that. Intervals. 40 minutes. 7 and a bit kilometres. Got through a whole half litre Lucozade. Yeah, felt quite tough, that one. And I pushed it harder, so today I did an average 440 to 450 per kilometre. So I'm quite pleased with that. The watch reckons I need 3.5 days recovery, which is nonsense because I've got another workout tomorrow. I've got a 90-minute run tomorrow, so I guess see you tomorrow. All right, so it's day 7 of week 2, and I'm about to go out on my 4th run. Just standing next to some rubbish. There appears to be a lot of rubbish around Morden. So yeah, today's just a long run, 90 minutes, easy pace. I'm going out after dark yet again, playing hide and seek with the girls this afternoon. We actually went for a family swim this morning, so my legs are a little bit tired from that. I've already run 22 kilometres this week, which isn't a lot, but after this run, it probably will be the most I've run in a week since July, I think. Yeah, so hour and a half run, easy pace. I guess it'll be just short of 10 miles. Anyway, let's see how I get on. So I'm about halfway through. Just done over 45 minutes. About 7.25 kilometres. So I'm not going to do 10 miles in 90 minutes, which I think I knew. I'll probably round it up on the cool down. But doing about 6:20 kilometre pace. Legs have been feeling pretty tired from the week. I've been listening to some music which I'm sure is very popular among runners. Prokofiev's Piano Sonatas. I suppose you could call them a challenging listen. I'm trying to expand my musical tastes. I'm finding on these longer, easier runs, I prefer listening to classical music or podcasts. When I started running, I could only really run if I was listening to like Rage Against the Machine or Queens of the Stone Age or something. Mid-90s Green Day. As I got more used to it, as I say, but it's a slightly more laid-back music, podcasts, and sometimes running with no music at all. A couple of highlights. About a quarter of an hour ago, I saw a woman walking, holding a pizza, which distracted me, so that I stepped in a big puddle and got a wet foot. A few minutes before that, a female runner ran past me and gave me a thumbs up. So that was good. So, just finished. Did about 14 kilometres in the 19 minutes, and then it started the cool down section, so then I did a very easy couple of kilometres to round it up to 10 miles. And a total of an hour and 45 minutes. Average pace about 6.5 minutes per kilometre. But yeah, that's 38 kilometres for the week. That's not too bad. Legs feel a bit tired, but yeah, feel pleased. And yeah, rounding up to 10 miles makes me feel less guilty for skipping one of the runs. And verdict on the Prokofiev. I think I could probably live without listening to Piano Sonatas 1 to 5 ever again. So that was week 2. 38 kilometres, 4 runs, a genuine success. So next episode, I'm going to start going through these a bit quicker. Thank goodness. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.